Hey, Voices of Distilling listeners. Let's talk about a little something that's at the core of every distillery. I'm talking about yeast. Not just any yeast. I'm talking about the brand of yeast from AB Biotech, Pinnacle Distillers Yeast. Now, you and I both know that yeast is the unsung hero of distilling. It's not just about science. They believe in being partners in fermentation. They've got expertise across the board. Whether you're all about wine, a beer enthusiast, or like us, a fanatic for distilled spirits, they're part of the story your distillery is writing, part of the community that is pushing for the best and always eager to help you reach new heights with solutions and technical services that you need. So why settle for just any yeast when you can ferment with the best? Elevate your distilling game, make Pinnacle Distillers Yeast your partner in fermentation today. From the heart of America to the corners of the globe, welcome to Voices of Distilling, powered by the American Distilling Institute. Unearth the stories, the passion, and the faces behind every drop. Dive deep into the world where tradition meets innovation with me, your host, Ronnell Richards. Let's tap into the spirit of distilling, where every voice is unique, but the heart remains the same. Let the journey begin.
Welcome back to Voices of Distilling. My name is Ronnell Richards, and I am here live at ADI's 20th anniversary conference at the beautiful Mirage in Las Vegas. And I am joined today by my good buddy, Jake. Now, Jake, I had to ask you before exactly how to pronounce your last name, but I got it now.
Okay.
Hvistendahl.
That's pretty good, man.
Right? Right now, here's the thing, guys. It's about 30 letters.
Yep.
But it...
Mostly consonants.
So Jake's a founder at 10,000 Drops Distilling in
Faribault, Minnesota.
Faribault, Minnesota.
Yep, not Faribault.
Not
but,
Faribault.
You know,
See,
we like
I needed
to keep
your help with that too. And I'm looking at this beautiful bottle that we have sitting here, and there's a medal around there.
Yeah, there's a little metal on that. So this is our 4-year aged bourbon.
Yeah.
We just started releasing in October. We were on our 4th barrel, I think, release when we sent it out to ADI for their awesome spirits competition and took gold our first year. So
What?
we're pretty pumped about it.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. Like you came out here and you LeBron'd it. Like you're like, so what if I'm 18 and I'm a kid?
I think we need to do this for like 9-10 more years to get to LeBron status.
Well,
but,
young LeBron.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm the early success. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
So congratulations,
Thank
man.
you.
That's a beautiful bottle. So I always start this with a little known distilling fact.
Okay.
I'm going to change the name of this though. I'm going to change it to Little Known by Ronnell because I'm the only one that usually doesn't know this stuff. You guys are way smarter than me.
Well, we'll see.
Okay, so here we go. Did you know an Arctic explorer in the early 20th century, Ernest Shackleton, left behind crates of whiskey in Antarctica? They were discovered and recovered nearly 100 years later, giving insights into old distillation processes. Okay. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm actually doing pretty well with this.
Yeah, I've heard of Shackleton in the expedition, but I didn't know there was whiskey found afterwards. That's pretty crazy.
All right.
What's that selling for?
I know, right? So now you know something new. I taught you something.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Okay, all right. So let's get into your distilling story. So we always like to, after we get into our little known fact, and I stump people, because I'm actually doing pretty good with this. When I started with that concept, I'm like, these guys are way smarter than me, and they know way more about distilling than me, so they probably know all this stuff. But it sounds like I'm doing all right with these rare, weird, like Jeopardy questions that will never be asked. Yeah. Distilling Jeopardy. Maybe that should be in my next show. So anyway, I want to hop into your distilling story. How did you get into this business? Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's so I founded this business with 2 of my best friends from high school. One of whom was a trained chef, and he was a biodiesel chemist out in Pennsylvania. So we're located in Minnesota. It's where we grew up and stuff. He was out there doing biodiesel in Western PA, and everyone was moonshining out there.
Yeah.
So he started moonshining, but obviously comes from a chef and chemistry background.
So fancy moonshining.
Yeah, he was doing it. He was doing it a little better than some of the guys out there. And so started He started selling shine. Should I say that on here? It was a long time ago. Statute of limitations. Yeah. He started distributing it a little bit to our friends in New York and stuff. And then things kind of opened up in Minnesota in terms of the licensing and everything, right around that 2015 range. And I had gotten laid off from my corporate job, and his biodiesel plant shut down the same week. And so we're like, hey, can we do this thing? So they moved back to Minnesota. We started looking at, what it would take to open a distillery. We ended up getting a bunch of great training from Moonshine University down in Kentucky.
Nice.
And kind of put together a business plan and started hitting the ground running back in 8 years ago, if I can do my math right. Yeah. 2015, 2016, right around then.
Okay.
So we have a really big old furniture factory down in Faribault. So it took us about 3 years to build that out. We did most of the work ourselves, tearing out floors, demolition, building everything. So it took us about 3 years to get all the money together, get all the equipment, and we opened up June of 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you had gotten laid off from your corporate job. What were you doing? What was your business? Not what were you doing to get laid off? What were you doing? What sort of work were you doing?
I don't think I had anything to do with the layoffs. I was at Target Corp in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And I was doing sustainability work and reverse supply chain. So if anybody wants to know what happens to a TV
So
after
supply
you
chain
return
management sort of stuff?
Well, it's actually the stuff that's being returned to Target.
Okay.
And how that's handled, whether it's sold or destroyed or, recycled. So I dealt with electronics recycling and then salvage. So how do you deal with 50,000 returned TVs after the Super Bowl, and where do those go?
Where do they go?
Indianapolis to start, and then it moves on from there. I don't know how much I can talk about this, but
is that like proprietary Target information?
I think it's fairly well known, but. It was a cool position.
Yeah.
I've got a master's in sustainable design. It's something that that we like to really focus on with our distillery. And so that kind of gave me some insights into the larger corporate universe and how they handle sustainability in terms of supply chain and products and things like that.
So Jake, what was it for you? You're working, in the big corporate world working with supply chain, and what was it about this industry for you personally that made you decide you want to jump into the pool?
I didn't like corporate America.
Yeah.
I'd been an entrepreneur previously, owned a restaurant with my family. I'd been really close to the service industry for a long time. Never thought I was going to get back into it because the hours are crazy. The lifestyle's kind of crazy. But this gave us, it's a way to be in it, but still, we're still running a cocktail room. We're still running bartenders and stuff like that, but it's compressed hours. It's less staff.
Yeah.
We can concentrate on getting our product out the door through distribution and not just having everyone come to us all the time.
Yeah.
And I like a good challenge in this.
And it is. You definitely jumped into a business with a challenge.
Yeah. And and then the opportunity to work with two of my best friends.
Oh, that's cool.
It's hard to turn down.
Yeah. So how's that been? Because working with friends can be awesome.
Yeah.
And it can be challenging. I mean, a lot of people, this industry is filled with people that were pursuing a passion. And oftentimes when you're pursuing a passion, you bring in friends, you bring in family. And so I've seen a lot of distilleries that are run, with friends and family. Like for you guys, what has kind of been the secret to, not killing each other for one, but but working well with your best friends?
Yeah, I think we all came in with very different skill sets, which is helpful because this isn't an industry where you can be a one-man show easily. If you're trying to run a cocktail room, you're trying to run distribution, get the sales out there, create the product, bottle it. You need people to be doing, multiple different things.
Yeah.
So going in, we sort of had that plan. And then, we've, in terms of how we communicate to each other, we've been friends since junior high, so it's pretty open. We've known each other forever, so we're pretty open with communication on, if somebody needs to step up on this, we just come out and say it. And, it's pretty easy. And then our investment group is all friends and family, which is great because it gives us the ability to stay outside of, the regular financial system, I would say, but also makes us accountable to those that we like, people that we truly love, in order to make this business a success. We don't want to let down our parents and our best friends from college and things like that. So, and they take a lot of pride in our business as well. They're not just investors out there looking for a dime. Like, they want us to succeed.
I find that's also that's a common theme in our business, where a lot of distillers are, they're funded through friends and family. And I like the way that you kind of painted that picture, that extra level of accountability has kind of helped fuel you to working harder and to be successful. Would you agree, for you guys, that it's been beneficial to have that sort of additional motivator?
Yeah. And from a financing standpoint, 50% of the product that we've ever made goes into an oak barrel, and it's going to sit there for at least 4 years.
Yeah.
So, pitching that to a bank.
Give us money, and in 5 years, maybe we'll give you some back.
5-6 years down the road, you're going to start seeing some returns. So, I mean, it's really been the only way I could see this working out. In the long term.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah, no problem.
I got some rapid fire questions for you.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. These are dangerous, man.
We're in Vegas.
First thing that
wake up, brain.
We got to gamble a little bit. First thing that comes to your mind. Desert island spirit. What is it?
Oh, probably a mezcal.
Oh.
Probably, kind of something smoky, but agave, cactus sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. I mean, I could have said rum there too, right? But, rum's got the cane fields, and it's a little more tropical than a desert island. I feel like the mezcal would be the desert. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got to respect that. Are you guys distilling mezcal?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Here, what's another good one for you? How about we go the most surprising spirit you have ever tasted?
That I've ever tasted. God, there's been a lot. There's one we're working on right now, getting out to market, and it's with a hot sauce company called Crybaby Craig's. They're located right next door to us.
Okay.
And we're making a pickle pepper infused vodka. And we sort of did this on a whim, like, hey, what would our products taste like together? So we use they actually pickle the peppers for their hot sauce.
Okay.
Plus a little bit of hot sauce, plus our local vodka. And it is amazing for Bloody Marys.
Ooh, that's what I was thinking when you said that. I'm like, Bloody Mary.
Yeah, so it'll be like a Bloody Mary specific product coming out this fall.
Nice.
But,
That's pretty cool. I need to get my hands on that.
Yeah.
So I got one more question for you. Rapid fire.
Okay.
Heart of distilling. What do you think when I say that?
I think about farmers and grain.
Ooh.
It's not anything we could pull off without a close connection to farmers. So we've got, shout out Mike and Andrea. They're 10 miles away from our distillery. They're making organic grains. They're doing all the hard work, basically.
Yeah.
Right? For us, delivering it to us, and then they take our spent grain away.
Yeah.
Which we've got 250 gallons a day of that they're taking to use in compost. They're taking a rum wash for foliar spray. None of this here would happen without ag. So
let's give Mike and Andrea a legit shout out. Who are they?
Mike and Andrea Casper, Crosswinds Farm, out of Faribault, Minnesota. Great people doing super awesome sustainable agriculture out there. So
that's awesome, and thank you for shouting them out. And and sharing your what you feel is like the heart of distilling, which I think a lot of people would agree with you.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so it's been how many years for you guys now since you started? You started around 2015 on your journey?
Yep. That's when we started building out. 2018 is when we opened.
Okay.
Yep.
So if you were to go back to 2018, give yourself some advice, some direction, because now here we are in 23 and you're a wise old distiller now. You'd go back and say, hey, listen, do this. Watch out for that. What would it be?
There's a pandemic coming. Stock up on
That
bottles.
one doesn't count.
Start making hand sanitizer.
Get ahead of the curve. Oh my God, that may be the smartest answer I've heard. Yeah, like if you could really hop in the time machine.
Yeah. Outside of that, it's going to be listen to your customers. Get ready to pivot. We said we were never going to make vodka. 2018, we're like, we're not making vodka. And fast forward 5 years, and that's our best-selling product, and it's and it's everywhere. And we could have started 2 years earlier, but it was just something that we personally were like, well, it's not our favorite spirit. It's not something we want to get into, and we just sort of fell into it, and have hit the ground running with it once we did. But
wow, I applaud you, really,
thank you.
Because I think that's whether it's the spirits industry, it's business in general. I think people oftentimes fall in love, they romanticize business, and they forget. They think they're doing something for others. They think they're doing something for their customers and audience, but it's really not about them. It's about you. And what you guys recognize is, hey, look, this is the best way that we can serve our customers, and this is what they want.
Yeah.
So who are we to deny them what they want, right? So and that's a catalyst to being successful as an entrepreneur. And I think that's also something that folks will struggle with in our industry. Would you agree? Because there's so much passion in it. We romanticize, we get in love with certain things, and maybe when we fall in love with it, we forget who we're ultimately trying to serve at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, the best laid plans, right? So we came in, we're like, going to be grain to glass, going to be doing everything the old style. We still do that, but we're willing to add on everything else, right?
Yeah.
If the market determines it, if our customers are asking for it, like, hell yeah, we'll get out there and try it.
Yeah.
And so just being able to be, sort of fleet of foot out there in the market's really important.
Yeah, I love that. Having the ability to pivot and being flexible.
Yeah.
Right. I love it. Okay, so great advice. Okay, so now as we start to close this, I got to take you to our closing cool question is what I call it, all right? All right. I want to know what's cool in your world. At ADI, we're about education, inspiration, and innovation. What's the cool thing that you're doing at your distillery you'd like everybody to know about?
Oh, the cool thing. I don't know. Are we doing anything cool, Bob?
I'll tell you what.
Our fans are like screaming at me about something, but I'm so close to the trees.
Winning this gold medal's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're winning medals. Our cocktail room is something that we're super proud of. So we're doing cool stuff with cocktails all the time. We really make it a place that's really comfortable for people to come visit and hang out. And yeah, that's probably the worst answer you're going to get all day. But there's no
right or wrong answers. It's just truth. No right or wrong. Now you did a bottled and bond rum.
Yes.
Last year. Tell me about that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It is pretty cool. See, I got your cool answer for you already.
There we go. Little alley-oop to LeBron here. So we did a bottled and bond rum. So aged 4 years, used wild turkey barrels, bottled at 100 proof, fully bonded. And I think, based on our research, we're the second or third distillery to ever put something like that out to market.
Oh, wow.
And it's really good. It's really good.
Ooh, okay. Did you bring it?
We had to pick two products. We brought our Navy Strength Barrel Aged Gin, which won gold here a couple years ago, and we got a silver medal packaging award for, and our gold medal winning bourbon here. So the rum didn't make the cut for this flight, but
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you brought a winner nonetheless. I'm sure the rum would have won as well. But this has been a blast sitting and chatting with you, Jake. And I really appreciate you taking time away from this busy conference to
there's
come
a lot to see, man.
And chat. Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, again, as we close here, I'd like to just kind of ask you what your experience has been like at ADI, at the conference. What has ADI meant to you and your distillery?
Yeah, so this is our first time here. We actually arrived like 2 hours ago, so I haven't experienced.
Nice.
There's still a lot more to experience.
Part of the ADI community, just in general.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of spirits competitions, it's top notch.
Yeah.
In terms of education and outreach, Distiller Magazine's something that we look forward to getting and reading through, seeing what's going on in the industry. Trying to find more partners in terms of, everything that goes into making a bottle like this. You can never know too many people that can help you out. So we're excited to go hit that expo floor and start throwing our cards around and really meeting more people that can help us to grow. Because we're at that stage now where it's like small craft distillery. We're pushing into, medium tier stuff. Mm-hmm. So we're going to need a lot of help finding the right solutions as we grow. Yeah.
Well, Jake, I appreciate you again taking the time away from the conference. I know you've got some work to do out there, some great people to meet, because that's what this is all about. Like having the opportunity to connect, to network, build relationships, do some education. And I don't want to hold you from it anymore. So thank you again, my friend.
Yeah.
For those of you that are not members of ADI, go to distilling.com, become a member. If you are a member, get on those forums. Start talking to your fellow distillers out there. There's so much great information that we're putting out there to help folks to get educated, sharing great stories like Jake's story here to inspire you and to motivate you to success. It's all about community, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next show.
As we conclude another episode of Voices of Distilling, we want to extend our deepest gratitude to you, our cherished listeners. Your support is the lifeblood of our show, and we are endlessly thankful for each and every one of you. If you've enjoyed our conversation today, please take a moment to rate and review our podcast. It truly helps others discover these spirited stories. And if you wish to further support our mission, consider becoming a member of the American Distilling Institute. As a member, you'll dive deeper into the world of distilling, gain access to exclusive content, be a part of our dynamic annual conference, and immerse yourself in a community where knowledge and passion converge. Visit our website, distilling.com, for more details on how you can benefit from membership and contribute to the vibrant tapestry of distilling. Until our glasses clink again, remember, every drop has a story, every voice a passion. Raise your glass and cheers to the heart of distilling.